Yes, look at this. Some of these students here. Look at the graduating class of 62 from 5 academic. Many of these boys are around. Horatio Boy is dead. Franklin Keru is a medical doctor somewhere in the United States. George Dunbar was the chief geologist up in the mining area. In fact, I saw him 2 weeks ago. Daniel Fungbao is the principal regional education officer up in the southern province in Bo. From High, he died. Daniel Kamanda is now a doctor. He's got a PhD in biology. He's a lecturer at the university. Brahma Kamarake, in fact, should be coming to Freetown today. So I'll arrange for us to get together. Johannes Kade is in town here. Dwight Lefebvre, he died. Lapierre, Dr. Lemon Lapierre, he was a lecturer at the university. Now he's set up his own private consultancy. Solomon Kong Louis is here. Masale, he worked for years in East Africa and one of these UN posts, and he's back. Sam Momori is here. Claudius Neal, oh yes. He eventually did medicine in Russia, came back, was practicing up at Sierra Rutile, in the Rutile mines. That's an American company. But he died in a terrible road accident. Dwight Neal, the nephew, also died in a road accident. Prince Palmer is the chief conservator of forests. Ibrahim Kaiselo, oh, he's now principal of Albert Academy. In fact, he's in the States right now. He'll be back tomorrow. Malik is a lecturer, senior lecturer, in fact, associate professor in mathematics at the university. Stephen Sumner is in the States. Now, these commercial boys, most of them are in business, like Tom Brewer is a deputy secretary in, I think it's the Ministry of Development. Then the staff, yes, Daniel Stevens, I don't know that I remember him, you should, but he died in a gruesome road accident. He was also a lecturer at Jala. Roland is dead. Fernandez, he went back home, and Mrs. Dixon File, she married to a lecturer in economics. They worked in Geneva. The husband got a, I'm not sure which international body it was, but they lived in Geneva for years, and they only returned home. Reverend Shelley, of course. Spencer is in the States. Gary, Jim went back. Miss Mama is now Mrs. Thorpe. She married and became vice principal of the Prince of Wales School, which is retired now. Mr. Banya became vice principal of Albert Academy and died about 2 years ago. SD Junisa went to the university, did a degree in English, came back. He's an ordained minister of our church. Went off to Kono Country, his home, became a vice principal, but is now in the Gambia, one of the schools there. Ms. Zotret Robot, she's in the States. Aras Gary, the technical instructor, is a boarding home master, is still at the school. So this is quite an interesting document. I really would love to have a copy of it.
You will.
That's good. Very well. Well, this is over the steps by the workshop.
Yeah, by the workshop. Yeah.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Because we've closed this has been closed up now.
Yeah, they closed that off.
Yes.
And the windows are gone too, I think,
Yes,
upstairs.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
How's it? How is it? What to do?
Davis is now. with the foreign service for quite a while. He was in the States, he was in Moscow, he was in London, and now he's in business on his own. And he's into the timber business as well in Rotifon.
Oh, in Rotifon.
Yes, yes. I don't know where Johannes Kande is, but I see him from time to time. Brian Makoma was in the army. He went to the army until the was it the first or the second coup? I can't remember. He retired out of the army. He also went into politics, became a minister of the government, and he was one of those, I think, who escaped the net this time. I don't know where he is now. Dwight Lefebvre died.
Wasn't it unusual when I was there for the Albert Academy graduates to go into the Army? I don't recall that being a career choice for any.
Not very many of them went, but they went all the same. Tom Cocker and others were sort of names in the army while you were here, during the time you were here. Yes. Evelyn Lee, I think, is in the States now. He and his brother had a very thriving publishing business, the African Universities Press, in Nigeria. But when Nigeria and, well, the rest of the West Coast began to have problems with foreign exchange and getting their money back into the bank, the company sort of didn't do as well as it used to. So I think he's in the States now. Max should know about him. Solomon Lewis we see all the time. I'm not sure what his name is. Joseph Masalé. There are two Joseph Masalés. One is a magistrate now, a senior magistrate. And this Joseph Masalé, I think, is of country. Joseph Lahai Masalé. Samanya Momori was in the bookshop business, booksellers business. But now he works in a bank. I think he's with the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. Either that or MDB, I'm not quite sure which one. Samori, I don't know what's happened to him. Claudius Neal died in a car crash, so did Dwight Neal. Prince Palmer went into forestry. He was the head of the forestry division, and he wrote a book as well. He wrote a novel which did extremely well. Unfortunately, it's out of print at the moment. Olufemi Roberts is in the States now. He worked for quite a while with the United Methodist Church Youth Division, but he's in Britain. He's not in the States. He's in Britain at the moment. Then Joseph Sam King. Again, I'm not sure where he is, as well as Mohammed Samura. Ibrahim Kaiselu is the principal of Albert Academy now. Malik Gisise is a professor at Jala. He lectures in math. Stephen Sumner is in the States. I think, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's a professor of some kind. Is
he related to Mahen Sumner?
Yes, that's Mahen's brother. Yeah. And from 5 commercial, Brahma Bangura. Brahma Suri Bangura, what happened to him? I should know. I think I'm not sure, I may not say, I'm not quite sure. Thomas Brewer, he's still with the Ministry of Development. He's grown so fat, he's gross. Yeah.